What's up, Capricorn? And thank you guys so much for tuning in. So, guys, this is going to be your May monthly reading. I feel like this year is flying by. Oh, my goodness. But let's see what's going on, guys. And this will be for Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. And general reading. Whatever pops up, pops up. All right, Kathy. So let's see what's up. What is going on for the sign of Capricorn? May 2018. What is going on for the sign of Capricorn? And I want to say thank you guys so much for liking, subscribing, commenting. I just hit 50K 2 nights ago, so that made me really, really happy. So thank you for your continual support, guys. So let's see what's up for Capricorns. The Nine of Swords in the reverse wanted to pop out. So if there was something that was really worrying you guys, I really see that worry subsiding. So let's see what's going on. Okay, beautiful. All right. So the energy that you guys have is the Nine of Swords in the reverse. So definitely a very important part of this entire reading, of the entire energy of the reading. So, you know, this is a card where if there was something that you were really stressing, you were losing sleep at night, you were constantly just thinking about it and thinking about all these made up scenarios about that situation, it really is subsiding. For a small number of you, this is going to be a sense of being over anxious. Okay, because this could mean the exact opposite where you're just, you know, you're really, really in your head. But for a lot of you, I think you're just getting over a harsh ending here. We have the Ten of Swords in the reverse, which is talking about, you know, those stages when we finally learn how to breathe again. We know how to move forward. We start seeing that light at the end of the tunnel. And with the Hermit card in the reverse followed by the Queen of Swords, I feel like you guys cut off a situation or are very guarded towards a situation where you didn't have all the facts, where it could have been a difficult ending and it's just something that you had to deal with, but now you're getting out of that mindset, okay? So the first card that we have for the past is the Temperance card in the reverse, where you're having a sense of imbalance. You know, things are just not sitting well for you within yourself. And let's see why this Temperance card is in the reverse. We have the Ten of Pentacles. So you have something that's really, you know, making you feel good, but there's something about it that is just off. You feel good with the situation. So maybe it's a job that you know the income is great, or a person that really just makes you feel awesome when things are good. But something is not, you know, leveled out at this point. And we have the Ten of Cups. So there's something here that really makes you guys happy. Maybe it's bringing in a lot of money, but there's something, you know, inside of your spirit that's just nagging at you. Okay, something that usually makes you feel on top of the world, but you're feeling guarded, or maybe you feel like someone's being guarded with you, or from you rather. Okay, the next card that we have is the Two of Cups in the reverse. So, you know, this could be arguments between you and someone that you're very close to. It could be a lover, it could be a friend, it could be a coworker. This could be you falling out of a relationship. It could be you falling out of a job. Why is this Two of Cups in the reverse? Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. So something that you really may have wanted to last a long time, or something that promised longevity in the beginning, but now you're seeing it as something that you're not going to move forward with. Why is this Two of Cups in the reverse? Page of Pentacles. So, you know, with you guys having that Capricorn energy, whatever's happening here with the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, it's really putting you at a standstill. So you guys are in a place with the Page of Pentacles that you're truly just trying to talk this thing out. You're not trying to jump into anything, but it's like you want to explore all corners of this person or of the situation before moving forward. And I like the Page of Pentacles because before this Page of Pentacles goes into the Knight of Pentacles and actually takes action on something that they want to build, they're going to do their due diligence. They're going to do their research. They want to make sure that what they're getting into is something that they fully understand, something that's going to work for them. All right. And you're trying to decide, you know, what do I do? Do I stay? Do I go? Do I move forward with the situation? Do I stick to this? Do I find another plan? So you have a very difficult decision to make between two things here. Why is this Two of Swords here? We have the Page of Swords in the reverse. So you feel stuck. There's a harsh exchange of words with you and somebody else. There's somebody being very blunt and very honest here, but probably in a cruel way. Okay. Let's see why this Two of Swords is here. The Strength card. So you guys are being strong and you're being resilient, but something is really making you indecisive. Okay, you guys are feeling really stuck. You don't know how to move forward from this. It's something that you feel rooted, but you're not actually rooted. It's just, you know, the mindset that you have towards it. All right, something that you may not want to let go of, but with the Tower card in the reverse, you know that by letting go of it, you could be avoiding a lot of, you know, future problems. All right, now in the present moment, you guys have the Knight of Swords. For some of you, it could be Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini that you're dealing with. For others of you, this is just you saying, you know what? I'm going to go towards what's going to help me, and I'm going to cut out anything that's distracting me or that's going to be detrimental in my life. Okay, so let's see why this Knight of Swords is here. We have the Empress in the reverse. So you guys cut something out, whether you wanted to or not. I feel like a lot of you are very we're resisting letting this thing go, but you're realizing you have to cut it out, you have to let it go, and that there's going to be no victory here, okay, simply put. So there's something here that's being left in the past, but that's where you're getting balanced. That's where the scales finally even out. Why is this Justice card here? Okay. Fool card in the reverse flipped here, guys. So, you know, this is when you look at a situation and you're realizing that if you move forward with this, there's going to be consequences that you're going to have to deal with down the road. You just don't think it's worth the risk at this point. Why is this Justice card here? Four of Swords in the reverse. All right, so you guys have put a lot of thought into this. I feel like, you know, with the past and with the present moment, you're really, really in your heads. And finally, you're deciding, I have to move forward. This is not a good idea. And, you know, maybe it was somebody that was really emotionally unstable that you were dealing with, or somebody that just couldn't keep to just you. Maybe you wanted a relationship with someone, but they couldn't be monogamous. Or maybe, you know, you weren't feeling somebody enough to be monogamous with them. Okay, but there's something here that, you know, someone is just being too unstable. The good thing is that you guys are moving towards a direction where you're getting over it. Okay, with the Five of Pentacles in the reverse, if there's any pain, loss, any sense of rejection that you feel, you are getting past it. Queen of Wands in the reverse. So whether it's you or someone that you're dealing with, maybe it's Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius, someone is just being very, you know, passionately angry about the situation. Someone is, you know, regressing into diva mode. And we have the Sun card in the reverse. So in this case, there's something unexpected that comes to light. And it's something that I feel you guys were aware of, but maybe you just didn't want to admit it to yourself, even though that's what your heart and soul was telling you. And it's something that has you upset. Okay, for a lot of you, maybe you were dealing with a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. But I feel like you guys were dealing with someone that was very charming, that you just wanted to see the best in this person, and they turned out not being as honest as you thought. And it's something that maybe you're mad at them, or maybe you're mad at yourself for not seeing this clearly. Okay. Now, all the energies here, guys, it could be vice versa. So it could be you guys, you know, having other people in your life or having distractions in your life, and that person feeling this way towards you. Okay. Moving forward, the first card that you have for the future is the Three of Pentacles. So, you know, this is you guys really building. You could be building with yourself and, you know, somebody else. You could be building things in regards to work and business. But this is when you're dealing with people who have the same goals as you. You're being appreciated. Your ideas are being heard. All right. And we have the Three of Wands in the reverse. So maybe you guys decide that building with somebody is not a good idea. Okay. Even though they are willing to hear you out, or you're willing to hear this person out, you could ultimately feel like this is not a place where you can grow, and that you have to avoid further conflict here with the Tower card in the reverse. Let's get one more card here. The High Priestess in the reverse. Okay. So here's what I see. I see that you guys may be wanting to build with somebody, but deep down inside, whether it's a person, whether it's a job, deep down inside, you know that there can be no expansion here, that this isn't going to grow to where you want it to be. Yet some of you might still be entertaining it. For some of you, maybe it's an Aries or a Virgo that you're dealing with. But eventually, you guys are going to have to release this burden and stop working on this. But I feel like a lot of you are stuck and having a hard time letting it go. Okay? Guys, this is kind of like a game of tug-of-war where it's going to hurt you a lot more if you keep holding on to that rope as opposed to just letting it go. So, at this point, it becomes masochism if you guys are working on something that you know is going to have, no good outcome, all right? So at this point, if you continue to keep moving forward with this, then you know what you're getting yourself into. You're choosing to hurt yourself at that point, all right? So you guys really have to be strong, and you have to do what you feel is right. And we don't want to look for that instant gratification because, we can do that far too often where it's like, look, I know that this person is shit. I know that I can't grow with this person. But if they come over tonight, I'm going to be so happy. So let me just chill with them for now. But then you end up getting all these feelings and you end up making it so much harder for yourself. So if that's where you guys feel like you are, then instead of thinking about yourself in the now and the instant gratification in the now, think about future you. Do you love him or her, or do you want to fuck them over for the future? All right, you want to take care of your future self and make sure that you're setting them up for, a good situation without heartache, without questioning whether or not they're good enough for for someone else or for a business, whatever it is. But you guys, here we go. King of Pentacles. You guys are still strong. You're still powerful. You're stable. You know that you can get money on your own. You know that you can get your home on your own. You know that you can get anything that you need. You can get money. You can get power. So at least you guys still realize that, and that's very important here. And we have the Ten of Swords in the reverse. Eli, go get a hose. Go get a hose. Okay, so with the Ten of Swords in the reverse, despite what you guys are feeling at this point, you're over it. So maybe if you're still talking to this person, you still know what's up, and maybe you're numb to it at that point. But with the Ten of Swords in the reverse here, the worst that could have happened is over. If there was any harsh endings, you guys are now getting over it. And we have the Knight of Cups. So with the Knight of Cups, some of you could have been dealing with a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Baby, go over there, baby. You're coughing a lot, all right? So with the Knight of Cups, guys, it could be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio that you are dealing with. Or this could be something completely different where there's something that you find passion in. And it's something that you can wear your passion on your sleeve and you can move forward with it. And you can just be excited about what's to come. But, there's something here that you guys are realizing, or you're going to finally, say it, that this is a waste of time and effort. So, let me not get too far into this. Let's see why the Seven of Pentacles is in the reverse. We have the Hanged Man. So by the end of all of this, despite who did what, you guys know that a certain person or a certain, situation in your life is not worth, putting too much effort into. And you're at a point where you're not going to overexert yourself. You're not going to put the extra effort in. You're just going to let things flow. You're going to take a step back. You're going to kick your feet up. And you're going to say, what's meant for me is meant for me. All right? And with the Six of Cups, you finally decide to put something in the past, which could mean losing a lover, letting go of a job, letting go of a friendship, letting go of someone maybe in your family that you feel is toxic. But there's something that you guys stop messing with. You don't move forward with it. And with the World card, you're completely ending things and in regards to the current chapter in life that you have, okay, or that you're living. So the beautiful thing about the World card is that whatever it is that you're ending, whether you feel good or bad about ending it, it shows that something really good and something that's really going to make you feel great is coming into your life. It's about a new chapter that, things are going to work very well for you. And anytime you guys end something with a person or you end something with a job and then you start seeing opportunities come in and you start seeing, better suitors come in, then that should tell you something. Anytime you have someone toxic in your life or someone that's not really good for you in your life, a lot of things are going to be blocked, whether you realize it or not. So if you see someone leave your life and then all of a sudden you're getting, calls for better jobs or better opportunities or better love partners, then that says something. That says that whatever you left behind was blocking all of that for you. Okay? So let's look into your advice cards. We have Earth Magic Oracle cards that I use every month. Okay. What card of advice do my lovely Capricorns need for May 2018? All right. Okay. So the card we got, guys, was DNA Karma. Okay. So this card, you know, with the book that it comes with, it talks about how there's certain things in our life that are happening just because of the patterns of our past. And by that, I mean, you know, the things that our parents have passed down to us, the things that their parents have passed down to them, where we are raised a certain way. Maybe we don't necessarily question the way that we were raised, but we end up just following this string of beliefs that gets us into the particular place that we're in. I very, very strongly believe that the way that we're raised, or the way that our parents treat us, or the people around us treat us, that is going to depict how we love another person, how we are with another person. All right, so I feel like right now you guys are dealing with a very karmic situation, but it has a lot to do with your upbringing and the way that you were taught to love. So I really feel like this is a time that you guys have to take everything that you've learned, and you have to truly ask yourself, does this work for me? Okay, and I know that that's something that is easier said than done, because a lot of the times we're like, no, well, you know, my mom and dad have been together for a long time, or, you know, this seemed to work for them. But every single person is different. And I think that when we get to the point where we realize, okay, well, this is my life, and I need to do what's good for me and what makes sense for me. And I'm happy that Becky or Tom, you know, they had a good time doing whatever they had to do in their way, but I need to find what works for me. And that's the big thing now, because you guys have gotten yourself into something that it's just not working for you as smoothly as it should. All right, so you guys have to readjust things, and don't be afraid to do that, because when you're truer to yourself, when you do what makes sense for yourself, that's when everything in life kind of falls into place for you. But you have to have the strength to break free from the preconceived notions that you've had from your past. And look at the energy. You guys have clouds, shape-shifting. All right, so I really, really love this, because with shape-shifting, it's telling you it's time to look at things differently. It's time to do things differently. It's time to morph to the environment that we want, to the people that we want in our lives. Okay, and this is, you know, every month, guys, when I do these readings, there's always a theme to all of them that I feel works with every single sign. And, you know, the theme for this month was that a lot of the times when we're out, when we're with certain people, and let's say we find ourselves in a group of people and we don't necessarily like these people, or we don't like how these people conduct themselves, or, you know, just how they go about life. The first thing that most of us want to do is we want to blame them. We want to say, oh my God, who raised you? Or how did you learn such bad habits? Or this person is so stupid because of this. Instead of looking at things that way and just wanting to kind of yell at everybody and bash everybody, you have to take responsibility for the fact that the people that are in your life, whether it's a lover, a friend, even family members, because it gets to the point where we have control over who we break bread with, who we sit down with, you know, during dinner and all of that. But it gets to the point where we have to look at it and say, okay, well, yes, these people are in my life, but I also attracted this into my life. Okay, and I was saying in one of the videos I recorded yesterday that even down to the valet person you see every day, you know, the barista you see every day at Starbucks, or, you know, let's say your kid's soccer coach, down to that. Every single person in your life comes into your life because of the energy that you put out. And I know that you don't really see that, because it's like, how can I have that much control? But the truth is that you do. The truth is that the world, the entire world, revolves around energies. And it's amazing, because I saw a video. It was about quantum physics. And basically, there's a big jar of different colored beads. And I guess it was showing like different colors of, you know, the rainbow, or, you know, whatever, the whole spectrum. So there's a huge jar, and there's this kind of glass container, and it had different sections, okay? And in the middle where the different tubes were, there's little dots all over the place, kind of like, I don't know if you guys have ever played like ping pong, or not ping pong, but that, you know, that game that used to be free on computers. I forget what it's called, but with the ball coming down, you have to shoot it up or whatever. So it was kind of that concept, but they took the jar of all these different colored, you know, little marbles or balls, whatever it was, and they poured it. So at the end, they're bouncing around, they're going around, but at the bottom of it, and I'll find the video, if I can find it, I'll put it in the description, but at the end of it, the yellow ball stayed with the yellow balls, the blue with the blue, you know, purple, red, velvet, whatever, or violet rather. So it showed that all the beads got sorted, and the beads that were the same were sorted together. And that's how this world is. With your energy, you're going to attract similar energies. So if you don't like the environment, if you don't like the people around you, if you don't like the lovers that you've been attracting, then it sucks to say, but you have to readjust yourself. All right, so this is where the shape-shifting comes in. If you don't like something, instead of, you know, bashing someone or saying, okay, fuck you, I'm going on Tinder tonight and I'm going to find somebody else, it's not going to help your cause. You guys have to look in the mirror and you have to say, what did I do to attract that? Okay? Because when we feel weak or when we don't feel strong within ourselves, those are the people that we attract. You know, and me years ago, and I've told you guys this, I was in a very abusive relationship. And for years, I blamed this person. And I'm like, you took so much from me. And I had this huge resentment. But when I look back at it, at the time this person came into my life, I was not confident. I was so desperate for friends and companionship. You know, I just wanted to look cool. I wanted to be, you know, part of the crowd. I wanted to be that it girl. And that just didn't work out for me. I went about it the wrong way. And instead of finding that strength within myself, I tried to find it outside. And that's why I put myself in a situation where this person took advantage of me. So if you guys really want to change what you've been attracting, or the love that you've been having, or the jobs that you've been going towards, or the bosses that you've been having, you have to change yourself first. So what are we focusing on this month? Shape-shifting, so that we can move away from these karmic situations. All right? And that's probably the hardest thing that we can do. If we're raised in a particular way, it's so easy to kind of just go into what we know, what our comfort zone is. But if you truly want to make a change in your life, you have to be willing to take that leap and jump out of your comfort zone to find what is for you. All right? So I want you guys to take the position of the hanged man and don't overexert yourself for things that aren't going to work for you. Take time to yourself, look in the mirror, readjust, and truly learn who you are so that you can understand why you attract certain things. All right? So a lot to think about, Capricorn, here. But you guys are going to do just fine. You guys are extremely strong as a sign. And, you know, in terms of earth signs, you guys are the most mutable. So you guys are the ones that can really deal with the most changes. So you guys got this. You just got to, you know, remind yourself that you got this, okay? So I love you guys. Again, thank you so much for helping me to reach 50K. You know, I can't do this without you guys, and you guys give me that push to continue to keep going, even at times where I feel super stressed. So I really thank you guys for that. For those of you that do want a personal reading, you can get one at highvibrationswithliz.com. I'll put that in the description. And for those of you who have iPhone, I have an app called InstantGo where you guys can call or text me with a question, or if you want a reading, you can just call me and get me, you know, at that time. But if I'm not available, I will let you guys know when I am available to take a call, okay? It gives me the ability to notify you, all right? So I love you guys, and I will see you soon. Take care, Capricorn.